Welcome back. In this video, we'll be doing questions 11 through 15, and there's not any vocabulary until question 15, so you can put away your vocab sheets for now until the very end of this video. All right, let's get started with number 11. Frogs eat crickets. If the population of crickets in the area decreases, the number of frogs in the area will most likely do what? So here's our frog, and they like to eat the cricket. Okay? So if there's less crickets in the area, what's going to happen to the frogs? Well, there's less food for them to eat, right? So if a frog doesn't have any food to eat, what might happen? Well, yeah, they might starve, right? They would die, they wouldn't reproduce, right? Because they don't have enough food to eat, yeah? So the number of frogs will most likely decrease as well. Okay? Now, they might ask a similar, this type of question isn't always decrease, right? So let's say, same example, but let's say they ask about the crickets, yeah? Let's say they're like, if the population of frogs, let's say the frogs decreases, what would happen to the crickets? Well, frogs eat the crickets, right? So if there's less frogs to eat the crickets, there would be more crickets alive. So the crickets would increase when the frogs go down. So you really got to pay attention to which way the food chain is going. Let's move on to question number 12. What provides the source of energy for the water cycle? Okay, so the water cycle is, it rains, and then that water runs off, and then that water collects, and then it evaporates, and then it condensates in the air to form clouds, and then it rains again over and over and over and over. So, what provides the energy for that cycle? Well, does the rain provide the energy? No, the rain is in the cycle. Does the soil provide the energy? Soil doesn't provide energy. The water just falls onto the soil. No. Does the sun provide the energy? Well, the sun basically provides the energy for everything. All right. Whenever a question asks you about energy and sun is an option, it is usually the sun. Okay. And does the moon provide the energy? Nah, the moon does not provide any energy. The sunlight just reflects off the moon. So even though it looks like the moon is providing light, it's really just the sun's light reflecting off of the moon. So it's definitely not the moon. Our answer is C. Let's move on to number 13. Which human activity has a helpful effect on the environment? So which activity is good for the space around us? Okay. Is littering good for our environment? No. Littering is no good. When we litter, we throw trash around, and that is not helpful. That's causing pollution. Speaking of pollution, pollution is also bad. All right. What about recycling? Yes, recycling is good. You do this in school. Hopefully you do it at home as well. Recycling is good for our environment because we are not being wasteful and we're reusing our products. What about smoking? No, that causes air pollution. That is out. So our answer for number 13 is C. Let's move on to number 14. Many organisms live in the forest. The taller trees in the forest are often cut down for wood. How can this change in the environment be helpful to plants? So we're cutting down big trees. How does this help the small plants? Okay. Water erodes into the soil. So maybe the plants get more water? That's possible. Animals have more food. If you're cutting down trees, animals might have more food, but it certainly wouldn't help the plants. So that's out. Humans build new houses. Humans building houses does not help plants, right? It takes away their habitat. That is out. And there's more sunlight reaches the ground. So if there's like big trees blocking all the sunlight and they get cut down, our little plant might get more sunlight. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes more sense than our first answer. We're going to go with D, making more sunlight reach the ground. Let's move on to number 15. Okay, in this question, we're going to have to get our vocabulary sheets again. If you don't have that, go ahead and grab it now. All right. How long does it take Earth to revolve around the sun? Let's go ahead and define revolution. A revolution is the action of going around in orbit. The Earth circles the sun. This is called a revolution. One revolution takes 1 year. So how long does it take Earth to revolve around the sun? Well, our definition just told you it takes 1 year. We don't even need to look at the other questions. Okay, that's it for this video. We'll see you back for the next one where we'll do questions 16 through 20. Bye for now.